Caitlin Clark poked in eye by Jacy Sheldon, shoved by Marina Mabrey, sparking scuffle between Fever's son. Caitlin Clark and Jacy Sheldon have some bad blood. Tensions escalated Tuesday night thanks to multiple run-ins in a physical game that resulted in a brief scuffle between Clark's Indiana Fever and Sheldon's Connecticut Sunday. An eye poke of Clark pushed things over the edge, with the Fever leading 55-45 midway through the third quarter. Clark took possession of the ball over half-court. She dribbled over the three-point line near the free throw line with Sheldon guarding her closely. Both players initiated contact. Sheldon reached up with her right hand and poked Clark in the eye, drawing a personal foul. Clark recoiled. Sheldon then bumped Clark, and Clark shoved her away. Then Connecticut's Marina Mabrey approached Clark from behind and shoved her to the court. The situation quickly de-escalated as Clark stood up from the ground. Officials then went to the monitor to suss things out. Several minutes later, the verdict was in. Sheldon's foul for swiping Clark in the face was elevated to a flagrant one. Clark was issued a technical foul her response. Connecticut's Tina Charles, who rushed to approach Clark after Clark's exchange with Sheldon, was also issued an offsetting technical foul. And Mabrey was issued a technical foul for shoving Clark to the court. The result was 1 technical and 2 flagrant foul free throws for Clark and possession for the Fever. Clark hit all 3 free throws to extend the Fever lead to 58-45. Nobody was ejected. The incident wasn't the first between Clark and Sheldon Tuesday night. During a dead ball early in the second quarter, Clark and Sheldon exchanged words while walking from the sideline. Clark shoved Sheldon, prompting a brief exchange of words among the players on the court. No foul was called, but the incident set the tone for a physical game that ultimately boiled over in the third quarter and again in the fourth. With a Fever win secured in the final minute, Indiana's Sophie Cunningham committed a hard foul on Sheldon as Sheldon attempted a breakaway layup. Shout out Chloe Peterson. Chloe Peterson been documenting everything too. Let me get her pulled up as well. Let me get Chloe Peterson pulled up, guys. A big dust-up between the Fever and Sun as Jacy Sheldon pokes Caitlin Clark in the eye. Then Clark reacts with a shove. A lot more people get involved, and Marina Mabrey knocks CC to the ground. Officials are reviewing. Jacy Sheldon's foul is upgraded to a flagrant one, while Caitlin Clark, Marina Mabrey, and Tina Charles all get technical fouls. Crowd reaction.
The Sheldon foul has been upgraded to a flagrant foul 1. Technical fouls have been issued to Indiana's Caitlin Clark and Connecticut's Marina Mabrey and Tina Charles. Clark will shoot the 2 free throws for the flagrant foul, in addition to a technical, and it will be Fever basketball.
Look at this Cunningham fouled. What's Sun players doing? Joel Peterson tweeted. Another dust-up, this time between Jacy Sheldon and Sophie Cunningham. Cunningham fouled Sheldon, then Sheldon reacted, pushing Cunningham into the crowd. Bro don't understand what kind of game Sun players play. This is insane, man. Chloe Peterson tweet this. In other news, the Liberty beat the Dream. So, the Fever will be going to the Commissioner's Cup Championship. Fever and Liberty both will be 4-1 in Cup standings, but Indiana has the head-to-head tiebreaker. Now look at this. Cunningham was assessed a flagrant 2 and was ejected. Sheldon and Lindsay Allen were both assessed technicals for fighting. They were both ejected as well. Final, Fever 88, Suns 71. Fever are officially in the Commissioner's Cup Finals. They will play Minnesota or Seattle, depending on later results. Some hugs after the game. Stephanie White starts the press conference by saying she'll take all questions related to officiating, then goes on an impassioned diatribe about the officiating.
What's going on with the chip? Is there an explanation were you given for the tech that you got?
I'll take the official questions.
Sure.
There wasn't an explanation for the tech that she got. You know, I think it was pretty obvious that stuff was brewing, right? When the officials don't get control of the ball game, when they allow that stuff to happen, and it's been happening all season long. All season long. It's not just this game, it's been happening all season long. This is what happens, right? This is what happens. You've got competitive women who are the best in the world at what they do, right? And when you allow them to play physical and you allow these things to happen, they're going to compete. And they're going to have their teammates' backs. It's exactly what you expect, right? Out of fierce competition. So I started talking to the officials in the first quarter, and we knew this was going to happen. You could tell it was going to happen. So they got to get control of it. They got to be better. They got to be better.
More Steph White on the officiating. Everybody's getting better, except the officials. We need to remedy that. I mean, we've heard every coach talk about it. I don't know what the answer is.
That you guys as an organization are doing, I mean, I know you're speaking out at this point, but anything more that you are doing or you hope to do to engage in the league and addressing these issues with the officiating that you've been very vocal with?
Yeah, I mean, I think every year when we have our league meetings in the fall and in the spring, we say the same thing over and over and over. And nothing has changed. So, you know, I'm not sure outside of continuing to submit clips, continuing to talk about it. Like, look, their job is hard. Their job is hard. Their job is hard, right? Their job is hard. You know, the game has changed so much. Players are faster, they're better, they're bigger, they're stronger. You know, they're as good as they've ever been, they're as athletic as they've ever been. The game is fast now. Things are happening quickly. Everybody's getting better, except the officials. So we gotta find a way to remedy it. I mean, you've heard every coach talk about it, so I don't know what the answer is.
While Caitlin Clark, Marina Mabrey, and Tina Charles all get teed up, how the hell do you tech Caitlin Clark for that? Like, seriously? The crowd is booing, Marina and Tina Charles look stunned. And now they're saying Clark's getting a tech? Wow. Now Marina and Tina shooting the free throws off that flagrant foul. And Fever basketball still loses possession? Oh my goodness. Caitlin Clark with a technical foul? I legit cannot believe this. I cannot believe this, bro. This is wild. Let me lock back into the game real quick, but y'all, I'm dropping another video in probably 30 minutes. Matter of fact, we might have 2 or 3 more dropping today, because this is just getting out of hand. Caitlin gonna have to speak. These press conferences? Gonna be nuclear. Stay locked in. Keep those notifications on. You don't want to miss what's coming next. This story ain't done.